Hello, beautiful womb carriers. I'm Carolina, and I am so honored that you chose to do this practice with me today. So, this particular practice can be very peaceful and grounding at any point during your cycle. My body typically prefers this type of movement in my late luteal phase, which is the phase that you're in just after ovulation and all the way through up until menstruation. And I also find that my body particularly likes this type of flow during the beginning and even toward the end of my menstruation. So before we begin flowing together, I'd like us all to just kind of ground into this moment. So let's close our eyes and bring the hands to the womb space. And let's just tune in for a second and really feel her and her energy. How are you feeling today? How is your womb feeling today? Take a few deep breaths. Just keep your hands on that womb space. Really tune into anything that she wants to share with you right now. Lovely. So now let's begin our flow together. So we're going to come onto our mats in an all fours position. Let's do a little cat-cow. So inhale, lift up to the sky, and exhale, curve into cow. Let's do that again. Inhale, and exhale, cow. Wonderful. Now we're going to bring a lot of movement into the hips today, because that's kind of where our focus is. This movement is going to be gentle. We're not going to do anything crazy. Just move the hips in maybe a circular motion, or whatever feels good on your body right now. I like to kind of do like a figure 8 shape sometimes. We're trying to go ahead and bring some extra blood flow into that womb space, into these hips. And keep your breathing going, whatever flows naturally for you at this time. Let's drop down into a nice wide open child's pose to give room for that belly to rest in between the legs. You can stretch your arms out in front of you and just rest your forehead on the mat. And take a few deep breaths here. If it feels good, move the hips a little side to side here. Just give it a little bit more movement. Open up those hip flexors a little bit. Alright, on your next inhale, let's come up. Scoot the knees a little bit closer together. And bring your hands to the top of your mat. And drop down. Let's give those shoulders a little bit of a stretch in this puppy pose. Raise the hips if this feels good. On the next breath, let's move forward slowly. Keep resting on the forearms here and lift up into this easy pose. All right. Let's move back. Place the hands next to the chest. And then gently raise yourself up back onto the knees. Let's drop into the child's pose one more time. And gently come up. Now we're going to transition to your sitting pose, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's take a deep breath here and raise the arms up, giving thanks for this beautiful body of ours, for these beautiful wombs, keeping us healthy. We're going to give our side bodies a little bit of a stretch. So one arm down, other arm goes over the head. And just take this gently on your body, whatever your body is telling you. Don't push it. This is not the time. This is the time to feel good in your body and be easeful. A few breaths here. When you're ready, come back up. And let's go to the other side. Okay. Other arm down. Lift that arm up to the sky. Just feel the stretch in that side, that gentle stretch. Keep your breath. Alright, let's come back up. Let's take a few stretches for the neck. So we're just going to lie our hands on our knees and tilt the head to one side, giving that side neck a nice gentle stretch. Sometimes we hold quite a bit of tension in our shoulders and neck area. And you asked me, what does this have to do with my womb? Well, obviously our bodies are so connected. And when you're feeling tense in one area, it can cause tension in other areas of the body. So we just want to gently relax any tension we might be feeling. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Stretching that other side of your neck out. Just gentle stretches today. Wonderful. Now we're going to extend the legs out on either side. And this can be however far it is for you. If it's right here, if it's here, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Just do whatever feels good on your body right now. So I'm going to be about right here. And this is to kind of allow these inner thighs to open up a little bit more, the hips to open some. Just kind of give it a little bit of movement, whatever feels good for you. And then kind of elongate to one side. Stretch that side out a little bit. And move on to the next side. Wonderful. There we go. Just shake that a little bit. Let's bring the legs back in. Now, our next pose is going to be log pose to kind of open up these outer hip areas a little bit. So place one foot on the knee of the other. And we're slowly just going to use this hand to gently put some pressure and push this knee down, and take this at your own pace. Like I said, whatever you're feeling today. If your knee's all the way down, that's fine. If it's up here, that's fine. Okay? So just do what feels good. And keep breathing. Breathe into those hips. And when you feel like you've had enough on that one, let's switch legs. So I'm going to put the other leg down, the other foot on top, resting on that knee, and this leg going down. And as you can see, even for me, this side is a bit looser. It's a little easier to go a little farther. So just acknowledge whether there's a difference for you between leg to leg, and just accept that for what it is. Our bodies are not always perfectly symmetrical, and that's okay. Just keep breathing here. All right, feels good to open these hips. Okay. Let's go back into our all fours position one more time. And bring a little bit more movement into those hips. Let's do some hip circles. I particularly enjoy the hip circles if I am experiencing cramps during my early menstrual phase. I find that it gives me some blood flow, and it kind of helps to ease that uterine cramping that's happening at that time. Just keep moving. Give those hips all the movement they want. Wonderful. And slide down back into child's pose for a breath. Wonderful. Whenever you're ready, you may come up. And let's transition back into our cross-legged position. Just take just a moment here. See if your body feels any different when we started this easeful flow. I like to connect back with my womb space at the end of a practice like this. Just holding the womb and sending her gratitude for everything she does and is capable of. This beautiful life force that resides in our wombs is capable of creating life. We have creative ideas spawned from our womb space. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to carry these. So thank you. When you're ready, let's raise the arms up. Give thanks one more time. And give thanks to yourself for choosing to take this time for yourself and your body and your womb. I thank all of you so much for joining me for this. I am already feeling much more grounded than when I began this practice, and I hope that you are experiencing the same. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you in the next flow.